When you think of iconic managers in football, you think of your Jose Mourinho, Pep Guardiolas, and your Alex Fergusons. Before long, you'll think of a certain great German manager with an even greater dentist. So what makes Jurgen Klopp so special, and how his smart transfers and good coaching helped him win 13 major trophies over 3 clubs before turning 60? I'm not saying there's no exceptions, but I usually find that it's never the big players that make it as a great manager. And this is the case with Jurgen Klopp. Don't get me wrong, he didn't have a terrible playing career, but it's nothing Ballon d'Or worthy. He spent the majority of his 11-year playing career playing for Mainz as a striker, before then converting to a centre-half, scoring 52 goals in a little over 300 games. After retiring from football, Klopp went on to manage the club he spent 11 years playing for. Starting in the 2001-2002 season, Mainz was in the second Bundesliga and had 2 back-to-back unsuccessful attempts to reach the Bundesliga under Jurgen Klopp in the 2001-2002 season, and then again in the following 2002-2003 season. But eventually, in the 2003-2004 season, Jurgen Klopp cemented his legacy by guiding Mainz to the Bundesliga for the first time in their almost 100-year history. Klopp did manage to survive relegation and finished 11th place in back-to-back seasons after getting promoted. However, after 7 years and 270 games managing Mainz, he had an impressive record of 109 wins, 78 draws, and 83 losses, and left after getting relegated with Mainz in the 06-07 season. It was time for Klopp to make his next step up in his managerial career. Klopp's next step up in his managerial career was taking over at Dortmund, starting his time after they had just managed to finish 13th in the Bundesliga the prior season. In his first season, he spent almost 14 million euros on transfers, most notably Kevin Prince Boateng, for a loan fee of about 100,000 euros. And in his debut season for Dortmund, he managed to finish 6th. And only 2 points shy of 5th place, a vast improvement from Dortmund's prior 13th place finish. Klopp made some smart transfers in the next season, signing Mats Hummels for only 4.2 million euros and Sven Bender for just 1.5 million euros. Although not even spending 15 million euros that season, Klopp managed to do what was only thought of as impossible. Klopp managed to win the Bundesliga with this Dortmund squad in 2010-2011 season, accumulating 75 points and 5 losses. Again, after winning the Bundesliga, Klopp made some smart transfer moves and spent 5.5 million euros on Ilkay Gundogan and then 4 million on Ivan Perisic. Then, the season after, Klopp managed to again win the Bundesliga with Dortmund for a second successive season in the following 2011-2012 season, getting 81 points this time and just 3 losses. Klopp then managed to lead them to 2 second-place finishes before he decided to leave Dortmund in the 2014-2015 season after a 7th place finish and a Champions League quarter-final exit to Real Madrid. But what we can take away and learn from Klopp's time at Dortmund is that he is incredible at getting great players for great prices, like Lewandowski for only 4.5 million, Henrik Mkhitaryan, Ciro Immobile, Marco Reus, and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Perhaps Jurgen Klopp's best known role was at Liverpool. He started at Liverpool sitting in 10th place in the October of 2015, taking over from previous manager Brendan Rodgers. He inherited a pretty crap Liverpool squad, the standout players being a 24-year-old Philippe Coutinho and Roberto Firmino, and a 19-year-old Joe Gomez. Klopp didn't really make any big signings in his first season, however, he guided the team to an 8th place finish in the Prem. Despite getting eliminated in the 4th round of the FA Cup, they managed to be runners-up in not only the League Cup, but also the Europa League. Liverpool made some good signings in the 2016-2017 season, notably Sadio Mane for just over £34 million, Gini Wijnaldum for £22 million, Joel Matip as a free agent, and Trent got promoted to the senior squad. Klopp then managed to improve on his 8th place finish by getting a 4th place finish, accumulating 76 points, finishing 2 points behind Pep Guardiola's Man City. Finishing behind City was only a foreshadow of things to come. Klopp's Liverpool made 2 huge big money signings in the 2017-2018 season. Virgil van Dijk for £70 million, smashing the record for the most expensive signing of a defender, and the second was Mohamed Salah, the Egyptian king, for only £35 million. I'm going to give 2 honourable mentions for that transfer window to Dominic Solanke on a free agent and Andy Robertson for £7.5 million. However, despite spending £144 million on transfers, Liverpool actually ended up profiting from that transfer window, managing to sell Philippe Coutinho to Barcelona for £112 million. Despite these signings, Klopp's Liverpool ended up finishing 4th place in the Prem. However, they now had a chance to win some silverware, making it to the Champions League final. Unfortunately, they lost to Real Madrid 3-1 after a dodgy Ramos tackle and a horrific disaster class by Loris Karius. The next season, Liverpool knew they had to bolster their goalkeeping, so they brought in Alisson Becker for just over £50 million, Naby Keita for just under £50 million, and then Fabinho and Shaqiri for a combined fee of under £50 million. After these smart signings, Klopp's Liverpool accumulated 97 points in the Premier League. However, they finished second to an exceptional Man City led by Pep Guardiola. Their Champions League run was great, where they lost to Barcelona in the Camp Nou 3-0 in the first leg. However, this second leg would go down in history. Liverpool would have to score 4 goals against a legendary Barcelona squad that had Lionel Messi, Luis Suarez, Sergio Busquets, Jordi Alba, Gerard Piqué, and Marc-Andre ter Stegen. However, in the 7th minute, Divock Origi opened the scoring on a rebound of ter Stegen's save. Then, in the 54th minute, Gini Wijnaldum scores a wonderful goal and wrestles ter Stegen to get the ball back to kick off. Before less than 2 minutes later, Gini Wijnaldum scores a header, making the score 3-3 with everything to play for. Then, in the 78th minute, Liverpool had a corner, and a 20-year-old Trent Alexander-Arnold is tasked with taking this corner. I'll let you watch what happens next.
Liverpool 3-0. Corner taken quickly. Origi! Yeah! Yeah! Unbelievable! Divock Origi! Oh my word! Yes! This is extraordinary.
What happens next? Liverpool had done it. They had overturned an incredible Barcelona squad and beaten them 4-0 on the night at Anfield. Liverpool would go on to lift Champions League trophy after a 2-0 triumph over Tottenham Hotspur. Liverpool were bound to win the Premier League eventually, and this would happen in the next season. Liverpool would have to have an impressive season to manage to outclass Pep's City. However, the season started with an unimpressive transfer window, only really bringing in Takumi Minamino. That season would prove to be an interesting one, due to the fact that there was a global pandemic, but Liverpool had an incredible season, finishing 1 point short of Centurion status with 99 points. Liverpool only dropped 15 points all season. Jurgen Klopp had done it. He had won the Premier League with Liverpool. In the season that followed, Liverpool signed Diogo Jota, Thiago Alcantara, and Kostas Tsimikas, and that guided them to a 3rd place finish. Liverpool had to do better. In the next season, Liverpool signed Colombian Luis Diaz and Frenchman Ibrahima Konate for a combined £76 million fee, which guided Liverpool to a 2nd place finish in the Premier League, obtaining 92 points. Pep Guardiola's Manchester City, on the other hand, had 1 more point. Liverpool only lost 2 games all season and Liverpool made it to a Champions League final before losing 1-0 to Real Madrid. The next season would be one of Klopp's worst seasons in a while. He signed Darwin Núñez, Cody Gakpo and Fabio Carvalho. Liverpool would finish 5th in the Premier League and getting knocked out of the Champions League by Real Madrid. Now, for Klopp's final season, Klopp made 4 big midfield signings: Dominic Szoboszlai, Alexis McAllister, Ryan Gravenberch and Wataru Endo. However, 6 club legends would depart in that transfer window. Fabinho went off to Saudi Arabia and Jordan Henderson joined him there. So did Roberto Firmino, and then Naby Keita, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain and James Milner would also depart the club. And then the announcement that all Liverpool fans dreaded arrived. Friday, January 26.
I will leave the club at the end of the season.
So how was Klopp's final season as Liverpool manager? A 3rd place finish. Overall, Jurgen Klopp is a legendary manager who made some incredible value signings, and I look forward to seeing his next job in his managerial career.